and nuts and stuff to the folks doing protests along with our bottled water. And now I'm standing here just going nuts because I want bad junk food, and there's none here.
Oh no.
Oh, so you're going nuts but not eating them.
That's right. I'm gonna like I'm gonna like stop gaining weight because I'll have to not.
And we are live in less than a minute.
Yay!
We're live.
Oh.
Welcome, everyone. The show will be starting at the top of the hour.
And what show is that?
Mopco Improv Theater, Friday Night Improv.
Oh, you guys, what play are you doing?
Oh, good God, don't make me
We
sick.
don't know, but you can help us find out.
Oh, so are you doing something like Shakespeare, or are you doing like a comedy?
That
Shakespeare
is a
did comedy.
great question. We have no idea.
Those categories are not mutually exclusive, sir.
That's right.
I like happy plays.
Guys, I can't find my script anywhere. Has anybody seen my script?
I've seen many scripts, but I don't know that any of them are yours.
Mine's the one with a lot of notes in the margins.
Your script is in the future.
Then
Or
where else?
perhaps it's in the pasture.
What are we doing? The bovine comedy?
Wasn't that by Sheridan?
Yeah, I never stayed at one of those places. I'm a Super 8 guy.
Dante Alighieri.
Guests of Mopco stay at the.
At Dante's Super 8, the third ring L, just outside of Rotterdam.
We'll leave a burning goat out for you.
Promotional consideration was provided by Lucifer, the Prince of Darkness.
By the wings, they're hot.
Sponsored by Trump Inc.
Gerald, I don't think this is a nice place at all.
Yeah, but they give all you can eat the crazy bread. That's why I come.
We got to order those harmonicas.
Harmonicas.
Kat, what was the name of that site that we're going to steal that from?
Smosh,
Smosh.
the sketch comedy group Smosh.
Yeah.
They do make people laugh, but they can't. The way they typically do it is they take a gulp of water and hold it in their mouth, and then people try to make them laugh. And if they spit out the water, that the person trying to make them laugh wins. That's how they know they've made them laugh hard enough. But they can't do that virtually because they'll spray water all over their high-tech equipment. So now they put harmonicas in their mouths.
It's great.
Isn't that brilliant?
I love it.
I think this pandemic is really separating the men from the boys in terms of commitment to your art.
That's
I'm
right.
willing to hold nitroglycerin, and if I laugh hard enough to shake it, we all lose.
Not all of us. I'm several dozen miles from you.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
true,
but
Walt. Nitro is a local phenomenon.
yeah, but I fly to pieces all the time. I know how far my shrapnel can go.
Ah.
I got Bluetooth Nitro actually now. You can do it kind of at a distance at least.
Nice.
Hmm.
Hey guys, I have to run a 30-second or 1-minute errand. So if I don't respond to something somebody says, I'm in the other room.
Oh.
Wash your hands when you're done.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, the show will be starting in 9 minutes.
I'm sure I can handle this in that amount of time.
In 9 minutes. In 9 minutes, would we like to play a rhyming game?
Sure.
We can have our audience start to give us some suggestions.
What rhymes with men's room?
Story bowl. That rhymes. Oh, yeah.
Depravatory. No.
Again, the goal is to be a third as interesting as our warm-up. That's all I'm shooting for, kids.
Well,
Okay, I'm thinking of a word that rhymes with pot.
Oh, well, no one can raise their hand, so I'll go. Are you thinking of something you'd lie on in the army?
I'm thinking of cot.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm so glad we rehearsed that.
Oh, thank you.
That really went well.
Holy crap.
I'm thinking of a word that rhymes with pan.
Peter, are you possibly thinking of the counterpart to woman?
I'm not thinking of man.
Ah.
Are you thinking of a little device a Southern Belle might use to keep herself cool in the...
I'm not thinking of a fan.
Are you thinking of the length at which a bridge crosses a chasm?
I'm not thinking of span.
Are you thinking about when you write things down in order to make a...
I'm not thinking of plan.
Are you thinking of what you and your friends might kick around in a game out in the street?
My God, I am. It's like we're psychic. I'm thinking of can.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. I'm thinking of a word that rhymes with fleet.
Are you thinking of the things that are at the bottom of your legs?
I am not thinking of feet.
Are you thinking of adults pretending to be high school student cops in 21 Jump?
I'm not thinking of street.
Oh.
Are you thinking of the opposite of bitter?
I'm not thinking of sweet.
Are you thinking of dead animal flesh?
I'm not thinking of meat.
Are you thinking of what little birdie sound makes?
Not thinking of...
Are you thinking of the sound a lamb makes?
Not thinking of bleep.
Are you thinking of a we got the?
Not thinking of beat.
Are you thinking of how my girlfriend likes her whiskey?
I'm not thinking of neat, as all good people drink their whiskey.
Are you thinking of an island in the Mediterranean?
In the Navy?
Oh, wait, hold on. I think I heard fleet. I'm not thinking of fleet. Is that, did I hear?
Yes.
Are you thinking of an island in the Mediterranean?
Not thinking of Crete.
Are you thinking of the opposite of playing a game honestly?
I'm not thinking of cheap.
Are you thinking of the opposite of cold?
Not thinking of heat.
Are you thinking about one of the kinds of weathers that won't stop the postal service?
I'm coming in late, so forgive me if I'm repeating. Are you thinking of what happens when you are bested in a contest?
Not thinking of beat.
Are you
Mark?
Go ahead.
Oh, are you thinking about what I will never eat?
I'm not thinking of meat.
Are you
thinking about what you're sitting on?
Not thinking of my seat.
Okay.
Are you thinking of another name for a cow's udder?
Not thinking of teat.
Are you thinking about what Walt will never do with that meat?
Not thinking of eat.
Are you thinking about what happens when kids in costumes don't trick?
I'm not thinking of treat, but in the interest of time, kids' costumes is a bit of a clue.
Are you thinking of what I have on my bed along with the pillowcases?
I am thinking of sheet, Peter.
Oh my God! We have a psychic connection.
That's growing weaker.
It's amazing.
It's growing weaker by the minute.
Oh yeah. Has anybody ever done one of those, like, if you do any kind of psychic act or anything, it's amazing because you can be wrong 5 times. And then you say something, how did you know that?
My favorite story, which I won't tell now.
I know that story. The
It's a
tarot,
great
right?
story, yes.
Yes.
It is a great story.
All right, now I just need to get, okay, I'm almost there.
The show will be starting officially in 3 minutes, although
3!
as as our audience knows, this is at least as entertaining as the official entertainment.
So it looks like that hurricane made landfall in New Jersey today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it had to get to Paramus before the malls closed.
Are the malls open?
You're funny.
Not on Sundays.
Today's Friday.
Oh my God, this pandemic, I'm losing track of the days.
I was very proud of myself for starting the Zoom link early, except I started it for the Saturday shows.
Oh, that's why I couldn't get in.
No, that's not why.
No, okay. I was trying to get in for like forever.
Well,
No, we had
second.
we had a tech meltdown with my computer decided to update its operating system, and
Oh shit.
there was all sorts of stuff going on.
And the show is going to start in 2 minutes. 2 minutes
Yeah.
time, ladies and gentlemen, and friends and of all sorts.
I don't even know that we know everybody. Are they really our friends?
I'm sure that the person who is here watching is our friend.
Oh, good.
A stranger's just a friend who's paid admission.
That's right.
Ah.
Video on prematurely. I did, but it's off now.
Well, you can come on, Michael, if you'd like.
No, that's
We're
okay.
starting the show in 1
in
minute
and 7 seconds.
and 7 seconds for those of you counting.
In other news, Michael Burns briefly turned his video on early, prior to the official beginning of the Mopco show.
Maybe we could take 60 seconds to say what we think about in the last minute before a show starts.
I usually think about my financials.
All right.
I'm glad I put on a clean shirt.
I think about everyone and how I love you all so much.
That too.
I'm panicking about not having turned my phone off, so I'm doing that right now.
I think about making sure I've got a beverage handy.
Or a handle on your beverage.
My mind is a complete blank.
That's the best place to be before a show, which is going to start in what? Less than 10? 5? Are you going to cue? Are you going to cue Mark?
Number.
2, 1. Mark, hit it.
And welcome. It's Friday night, and I am standing across from a city on some water. No, I'm not. That's a green screen, kids. I'm standing in the Mopco Improv Theater, and I am delighted that all of you, all the hundreds and thousands of you, hey, Perth, Australia, thanks for joining us. Beautiful. Singapore, good to see you. Sorry you've been having a rough time over there. Yeah, Hong Kong, even worse. Terrible. London, excellent. I am not alone. I am not alone. I am delusional, but I am not alone. Our techie tonight, I'm going to start right there, is the amazing Cat Coppett. Cat, pop in and say hi.
Hello. Tell I'm the techie because I have a headset on tonight.
Headset, yeah. How are things in Cucamonga?
They are excellent.
Good, beautiful. And Kat, you know what's really exciting is playing the keyboards for us all the way from San Diego, California is Mark S. Merritt.
Hey,
There he is. Mark, you did that with one hand.
a few shows ago, I started playing just bass lines for my introduction so my other hand could turn the video on.
It took me a while to realize that. That's very, very intelligent of you. Awesome. Do you know, Mark, that Sam Gorenstein is in the house tonight? You have the Sam theme, right?
Is that the Sam theme?
That's
Mark, just playing this. Oh, I love the Sam theme. That's very kind. It's a very kind theme, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's really awesome. Is that like an LED spotlight behind you?
Behind me?
Yeah.
No,
no.
It's a flashlight.
Well, it's a, yeah,
But it's not a
cool
spotlight.
stuff. Ooh, you can do spooky stuff with Sam.
Harry.
That's great. We're gonna have to make a picture out of that. And Sam, do you know who's here who's just naturally spooky without trying? Is John Kimlico. You're scaring
guys.
me, John.
Mm.
Everything good there in Albany?
Yeah, so far so good. Haven't had a haircut in 4 months.
Oh, you know, yeah, you look good. It's good on you. It's scholarly or something. John, did you know that Mr. Walt Paticki is also with us here?
Hey, that ain't no soup spoon. Boom! That's my other one-liner that I'm using.
I love it.
Did know that.
Just the
Thank
best,
you.
Walt. Yeah.
You've
And
everyone's seen the movie.
and of course, one of Walt's favorite human beings,
Mm-hmm.
Jen Levenhar, is in the house.
Hi, coming at you all the way from Gibraltar.
Awesome. Yeah, I kind of forgot that. John's in Albany. He's the close one to many of our viewers. But Walt, Antarctica is good this time of year, I imagine, because it's winter and it's very quiet.
Yeah, the penguins have stopped marching. I think they're actually frozen solid.
Great, great. And Sam, I am worried about you out there in the Sahara.
Well, Michael, I found a way to build myself shelter. As you can see, it's difficult, but I've played a lot of Minecraft, and so mostly I just learned from that.
Great, great. And for the folks just signing on from Denmark, welcome. We are really happy that you're all here. Talk. Okay, we are going to get started right now with us.
Are we going to get started right now, Michael? Are we?
What's that voice?
Oh!
That's. It can only be one person.
That could only be Peter Nowakis is here.
Oh boy.
Thank you for tweaking my abandonment issues, Michael.
I'm going to try to pretend that I did that on purpose to give you your own special entrance there from doesn't work, does it? No?
We are in for it tonight, you guys.
And since you're in Shreveport, Louisiana, I know you're going to be holding a grudge because that's what they do in Shreveport, Louisiana. Peter, is that a fly? I just saw fly by.
No, I'm just ignoring it for the moment.
I swear to you, I didn't think the resolution was that good. I actually saw a fly fly by.
There's a fly in the apartment, so I'm trying to wait for the time the computer's off to.
That's really amazing. It was like one of those cartoon characters that's got the little.
If it lands on the camera, this is going to turn horror really.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Help me. Help me.
All right, so hey, Kat.
Yes.
We're going to do a speed round. You want to tell us who's starting us off?
Yes, Michael, why don't you start us off with an object?
I will. I will start us off with an object.
And Jen.
It's my new diet plan. Only the food that rolls down and into my mouth is what I get to eat.
Sam.
It's like you ever see the movie Rollerball where they're on the backboard things, but it's like all wood. It's wood punk.
John.
Man, that's groovy.
Peter.
It's ribbed for your pleasure.
Walt.
79 letters. I am going to own this Scrabble game.
Sam, new object.
Oh.
Uh-huh. John.
Is this the audition for the Disney musical?
Walt.
Hickory dickory dock. My nano mouse went up the nano clock, Mr. Bond.
Jen.
It's the newest device from Apple. You just hold it in your hand. That's it.
Peter.
Grandfather was a short man.
The old new Ninotchka clock.
Very nice. John, new object. Michael.
I just sometimes sit in the corner and stare into this when things get stressful.
Sam.
Well, the thing I like about the glass hat is that it forces you to keep your head as straight as possible, or else very bad things happen.
Well,
I hope this is fancy enough because we need a sample from all federal employees, Mr. Trump.
Peter.
Before I became a cookie assorter, I had a long career as a glass etcher.
Jen.
I'm so glad you brought this to Antiques Roadshow. This was the glass that was used by George Washington.
No. New object, Jen. New object. Do you have one? Oh. Peter.
I've been practicing voodoo for a long time, but I have never made a revenge doll for a fetus before.
Hey, just because I'm little doesn't mean I can't kick your ass.
Come on, little elephant people, we'll clean my room together. Oh, it'll be fun when we work on the thing with the...
Take that little no-face monster and get it out of my bed.
New object.
Birth control took a leap forward this month with the introduction of the giant pincher.
You'll control all the shower curtains. It's too much power. No, I must. It's too much power.
It's a ring.
Okay.
Welcome to the SS Lou site. Now swap.
New object.
New object.
I think it's about to hatch, but don't worry. Every animal on the island is female. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
It's an Art Nouveau alien egg.
No matter how long you spin the dreidel, it will never land. That's right. It's a circular dreidel.
The rest of the Orthodox Church is going to be delivered Monday.
You know, I was here to assassinate you, but this murder weapon is just too fancy for you, you piece of shit.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Whee!
Oh, no doubt about it. That's just the truth. There is no. Oh, hey, you know what, Kat? When I went away, no, it's fine. I got it. Never mind. Everything's okay. Don't you panic now. We're going to go on to something called the round. We haven't done that on the virtual show before. This is our first time. And the idea of this is this. First of all, I don't lose my show order. And secondly, we're going to do a series of two-person scenes. Each scene is going to lead to the next one. We're going to see 3 of them in a row, and then we're going to do something else, and then we'll see another 3. Are you confused? So are we. Don't worry about it.
I'm not confused. That was fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. So the first scene is between Walt and Peter. Kat, I don't know. Do you want to go or just go? What do you think?
Sure. We can get a suggestion. Let's see. We have a suggestion of why don't we start with crying in the rain is a suggestion.
the humidity. I'm fine. It's just condensation.
Oh, you give me a hug.
Oh, it's my fault. It's my fault. Oh, you love that dog. You love that dog. I never should have thrown the rubber ball out on the rainy day. I threw it right in front of the street sweeper, and I knew it was coming. I knew there'd be no evidence left behind. It was wet and there was a big brush. I knew it was premeditated, and I shouldn't have done it.
Spencer, I'm home from my trip. I'm home. I can't wait to see you and Fluffy. Oh, my darling, it's so good to see you after my 2 weeks away. Where's Fluffy? I've brought him the cutest little sweater from Scotland.
Darling, you can tell by my moisture that there's been an incident.
Incident? What do you mean, incident?
Arthur threw a ball in the street that got sucked up by a sweet, I can't even talk, say sweet street sweeper.
Not Fluffy's favorite rubber ball. That's
Yes.
terrible. He loves that ball. How will we ever replace it? That business went out of that ball company went out of business. He loved that ball. This is terrible.
I don't know what to do, darling. I'm so sorry. Please forgive my negligence, darling.
Well, it's just a ball after all. I suppose we'll get him some other toy. Where is he?
Well, you know he always likes to follow the ball. He's in the hospital.
He's at the hospital?
I can help you commune with your dog.
Yes, please. That dog is the only thing I've ever truly loved.
He's in a space right now, between life and death. A space known only as something I can't even pronounce the syllables to out loud in the language of the words that we may speak. But there he is.
You have to help me commune with him. I know I can bring him back. I know
Give me your hands.
on this plane.
Give me your hands. Say Fluffy with me. Say his name with me.
Fluffy. Ignore that rainbow bridge. It may look pretty, but it's a mirage. It's the work of the devil.
And freeze, actors. Actors, freeze. I want you to remember this exact moment, because we're interrupting the Laurent. We're going to do one or two other things, but then we're going to come back to this exact moment in time when we return for the next 3 scenes.
Can we handle the suspense?
I don't.
What will happen?
Well, you're going to have to handle the suspense because we need to take a break now from that riveting story because it is time for the Kitty Cappuccino Show! Kitty Cappuccino!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my show, the show where I have the most brilliant, most glorious, most wonderful people in the world talking about the most fascinating subjects. No, don't be shy. Come on out. I know you're eager. I know you are. Please.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to come out then or not. If I messed up your show, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you can't mess up my show. Everything is great and everyone is welcome on the Kitty Cappuccino Show.
Nice.
Today, my guests are going to be so excited. They will be just tinkling with joy to know that you are here, the world's foremost expert on glass blowing. We are so delighted to have you here with us. Please introduce yourself and tell us, why don't you start by introducing yourself and telling us how you got interested in this wonderful art and science of glass blowing.
Oh, thank you, Kitty. My name is Corning Wareware, and I got first interested in this when I saw a demonstration in Cooperstown, New York, at the Farmers Museum of somebody actually blowing glass, and I thought it looked fascinating, so I found somebody to apprentice with.
Oh, and yes, and it wasn't just anyone now, was it? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your very, very famous mentor?
Yeah, well, actually, it was Mr. Corning himself of the famous Corning Glass Works, and that's
Yes.
why I changed my first name to Corning in his honor, because he taught me a great deal about blowing glass.
Now, you know, for some of us, the idea of blowing glass, it looks both.
It's not as sensuous as you might think. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go
It's
ahead.
not. No. That's you obviously have gotten this question quite a lot. It does seem like a very sensuous process, but you're saying not so much.
It's very hot.
Well, hot is synonymous with sensuous, isn't
Not
it?
in that way. It's actually heat. If you do it for enough years, it becomes just sort of a reflex to try to avoid, like, for example, these studio lights of yours remind me a great deal of molten glass.
Oh, huh. Well, I suppose I can see that. They do look sort of like molten glass. I must say that I'm sort of struck by the fact that you seem a little bit aversive to the whole process.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. It's something that no person in their right mind should ever try to do as a hobby, and certainly not as a career. It's just a bad idea. They have machines for that now.
Well, I must say, Mr. Corning, I'm a little surprised that you've made your whole life's work as an expert in glass blowing, and it's something that you have such an aversion to. Well, maybe you'd like to tell the audience about the incident.
Do I have to?
Well, you did come on the show, and you have written a whole book about it. I would think you might want to talk about it.
I accepted a challenge. I accepted a challenge there that I would blow the largest hand-blown, mouth-blown glass installation in the history of glass blowing, and further that it would encase something precious and alive.
Yes.
So an exhibition was mounted there in Corning, New York, at the Glass Blowing Museum. I thought it was going to be a chicken. It wasn't.
Wasn't a chicken, was it?
No. It was my son. Here he is now. Little Waldo. Where?
It was very nice of you to come here today, Waldo. Waldo, perhaps you could tell us about this experience and what it has meant to you to be encased in glass for the last 4 years. Oh dear.
Waldo.
I'm afraid, why don't you tend to your son? I'm afraid we're going to have to go to a commercial break. Thank you very much for being here. You can buy my guest book on our website, and we'll thank you very much. You.
Well, there you are. Thank you, Jennifer.
Oh, also we should thank our friends in Murano, Italy for the suggestion of glass blowing.
Yes, thank you very much. And I'm sorry that the only thing that came to mind was the American exponents of the glass blowing art, because as we know, Italian blown glass is the really amazing stuff.
They don't care. They don't care about it.
Yeah. It makes one want to sing, doesn't it? Peter, how's it going with the fly?
Oh, great.
Are you sure? Who's winning?
The fly.
Why?
That's what I thought. Hey, it's time for Song Cue. As many of you seasoned theater goers know, when you're listening to a musical, you can sort of tell from the dialogue when they are just queuing up a song, and that's what's going to happen right now. These folks are going to do a scene. Ms. Coppett, you're going to give them a suggestion for this scene, I hope, and then when I hear a piece of dialogue that is clearly a song cue, I'm going to call it out, and they will immediately work with Mr. Mark S. Merritt at the keyboard to create said song.
I am going to give them a suggestion for the scene, and that suggestion is an elevator.
An elevator.
Steve, are you still getting off on 4? Steve?
Still getting off on 6?
Yeah. I guess we got to part ways in a minute.
And there is clearly a song cue. I guess we got to part ways in a minute.
When I got on the elevator, I said we had all the time in the world right in it. But by the clock that strikes the number of the floor you've got to get off on, I guess we gotta part ways in a minute. You've been a real friend on this ride we've been on, you and I really thought that we could win it. But time on elevators is so short-lived. I guess we gotta part ways in a minute. You wanna get off on 4? I gotta ride it till the 6. We're gonna cross the finish line separately. So don't forget me. Even after we have to part ways in a minute. That's right. A minute.
I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too. I gotta say, this is a very slow-moving elevator.
No, don't comment on the elevator. Get real. Tell me what's on your mind, really. Let's just be real with one another. Let's just be honest, man.
No, we're two people who work in the same office building, just being honest and open about the world that we live in.
Being ourselves, man.
Ourselves.
And being ourselves, Peter, is clearly a song cue.
We're just being ourselves in the elevator. No one will see each other sooner or later, but the time in between we see each other is heartbreaking. Being ourselves in the elevator. No one will see each other sooner or later. Wondering how long this trip is gonna be taken. In the trip from bottom to top, who knows what we might find. We're seeing ourselves in the elevator, being ourselves, saving it for later. Who knows when we'll get by. In the time we have left, you and me, I think there's something that I want you to see. You're seeing ourselves in the elevator, knowing that there's no other gator, thinking that there's a way that we can be together. Ourselves in the elevator, going to work, you on 6, me on 4. There's something we're not gonna be forever. I do have something to show you.
What? What is it?
I'm pulling this out of my pocket.
It's a tiny diorama of...
Come on, little one. Come on. Here we go.
It's a tiny diorama with a mouse inside. A tiny diorama of a mall with a little mouse inside. I always knew you'd like to make tiny dioramas of shopping malls, but I didn't know you had a tiny pet mouse to fill this one.
The mouse and I, we're the only ones who remember gimbals anymore.
The elevator.
Okay. I missed column scene. But that was clearly the end line. Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you, Little Mouse. Thank you, Gimbals Department Store, home of many a bargain back in the day. When did Gimbals go out of business, Peter?
I think 86.
86?
I know that its direct connection to the New York City subway gave it the highest rate of shoplifting of any store in the world.
No. Yeah.
There you go.
I was more of an Alexander's guy myself. Macy's and Gimbals were, like up there in price compared to. You remember Alexander's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was
How did Macy's go out of business?
What's that?
Nothing. Bad joke.
Bad joke.
In the middle of doing that now.
Yeah.
But
Right.
let's not.
So look, speaking of time, I want to see if we can go back. We were in the middle of that Laurent, those two-person scenes, weren't we? And I want to see, let's go back. Let's get the rest of us out of the way. And you guys pick it up in 3, 2, 1, resume.
Fluffy! Come back! Fluffy! It's you! Oh, Fluffy, I know that mark anywhere!
Buffy, come home. Buffy. Come here. Come here. She's a good boy. Are you hungry? I got a treat for you. Here's a treat for you. You gotta go hunt some of those little kindergartners. How you like to chase the kindergartners around the playground?
Dad? Dad? What? Dad, that's not our dog. Dad, get away from that dog.
It is Fluffy. That's our dog.
No, that doesn't look anything like Fluffy.
How far away are you?
Fluffy's like a 140-pound Rottweiler. That was a tiny little thing. Dad, did you take your medication this morning?
Yeah, no.
Right. Come inside. It's a little echoey out here.
Yeah. You in a tunnel somewhere?
Yeah, come out of the tunnel, Dad.
Okay.
Come on in.
Ooh. The sun is bright today.
Yes, Dad. That's because it's afternoon time.
Jesus. I want to go home.
Yeah, that's come with me, Dad. Come on. What did I tell you about following strange dogs into strange tunnels? We gotta
You
keep.
said to make sure I had lots of treats in my pocket so I could attract friends.
Okay, Dad, those are not treats. That's your medicine.
That's for you.
I got your dad's prescription. I got it if you need it.
Okay, Dad, just go into the house.
Okay, honey.
Is your dad around?
I just got him in the house. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. He was out here with a stray dog.
I'm really sad about this. Very sad.
Oh, some dog named Fluffy, wandering the neighborhood. It looked a little injured to me. I mean, maybe he's got rabies or something.
What? Fluffy's still alive?
Do you know that dog?
Did Fluffy have a special ball in his mouth?
Well, it seemed to be a bit lodged down at the back of his throat, as far as I could tell. I didn't get a very good look, but yeah, some stuff.
All sorts of disfiguring scars,
Yeah,
and steel wool and brush, kinda, and tire tracks on him.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I called the pound, as I was coming out to get my dad, because that dog looked messed up. I think he has mange or rabies or some dog disease.
Tell me, did he mention my name? Did the dog mention my name?
Arthur, is it time for your medication?
Arthur! And scene. Thank you. That was up there with some of the great Greek tragedies. The way it just went inexorably towards that tragic moment when the dog confronted Arthur in human voice.
Could you see all my Spolin training coming out?
I could see it all. I could see the very technical space work that you were doing, Walt. I could even see the more method acting. I saw you really using your sense memory, and yeah, it was awesome.
The part where we pat ourselves on the back is the most entertaining part of the show.
People love that part. Absolutely. But you know what they love even more is Arms Through. And the people who are in it stay on. The rest of us are going to get out of your way. And Kat Coppett is going to tell us what.
Who is what?
I am. So arrange yourselves. I am going to give you your suggestions while I wait for the YouTube screen to catch up. I believe that the way that it's going to work is that Jen, you are going to be John's head. John, you are going to be Jen's body. And this is interesting, isn't it? And then Sam, you are going to be the head, and Peter, you are going to be Sam's body. Fascinating. All right. Your suggestion for this scene to get you started is a $20 gold coin. $20 gold piece.
You ordered it off the number? Off the number on the television screen?
Yeah, they said call, and I dialed the phone, and then this came in the mail.
Wow. You can just do that?
Yeah, you should do everything the television tells you to do. Don't turn it on, and if they tell you to call something, you just call, and then you sit and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait, and then you go check the mail, and there is some magical treasure worth, so much money. When we're all in the bunker, I'm your girl.
Janie, you're so wise. Oh, you're so prepared. I'm sorry?
I watch a lot of TV. Oh, do you want me to invest for you? I could invest in products for you. Yeah. Let me just grab that.
Please take my money. Please take the dollar. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna put this in my back pocket, and the next time a really good deal comes on, they usually don't come on until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna wait for just the right moment.
I want to be ready when the bunker needs to be a thing. With the you keep talking about what we're gonna do in the bunker and everything, all things we need to prepare for in the bunker, and I just, know more than I do about it, and I want, please guide me.
Oh, oh gosh, where do I even begin? I've been studying this my whole life. So I'll do my best to get you up to speed, but probably, you probably should just follow me. First of all, you need to get yourself a lot of gold.
Okay.
And freeze-dried food.
Oh, I have tons of freeze-dried food. Would you like some freeze-dried food? I got apricots that are freeze-dried. I got this thing. I got my own little talisman too, like just my own little logo for branding's really important to me.
Yeah, branding is going to be super important after the apocalypse. It's look, I got a brand right here for the apocalypse, and it says QVC.
Oh yeah, I got one right here too. I went to a tattoo shop and they were really I didn't like I thought they'd like draw it on.
Whoa, come here. Let me see that. Come here.
Okay.
Bring that up. Let me see that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. I saw on a late night show one time that there's certain devil people that are gonna not we're not gonna want them in our bunker with us, and that's
right.
that right there. That's the sign they had.
No, what?
Yeah.
What? I thought I saw a movie about the apocalypse once, and all the good people had this one. This is a bad one?
Frankie, you can't just do anything you see on TV.
But you told me I should.
What?
You told me I should.
Not just any old thing. Oh, Frankie. Oh my God. You know what? It's okay. We're gonna on the TV. They're always advertising how you get those things removed.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna call the number. I remember it. I'm gonna call the number right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Us in the mail.
Good.
Google kit.
Yeah. Okay. But what if we can't get it removed before the apocalypse happens? What if the apocalypse happens before we get removed? What are we we're gonna get it removed?
Shush.
Okay.
Hi. Yes, we'd like to buy a tattoo removal kit. Okay, we're gonna wire the money right now. Frankie.
Yeah.
We're gonna send him $150.
I gotta send them $150 right now.
Do you take gold? Okay, you gotta send him gold. Send him the piece.
Okay, I have some gold. I can send some gold.
All right.
And scene. Thank you. I wonder, did any of you actors in that have just a moment where you felt you were having an out-of-body experience?
When my Wi-Fi died, that's when I had an out-of-body experience.
I'll tell you, Zoom.
I had a cold brown experience at that moment.
That was awesome. I tell you, it's the flaws that make it interesting. And there's my son. Oh God. Okay. So yes, indeed. We love music. We've heard a little bit. We're going to hear a little bit more right now. Kat Cobbett, could you give Jennifer a title?
I can give Jennifer a title. Two on a Seesaw.
Two on a Seesaw by Mark S. Merritt and Jennifer Lavenhar right here, right now.
you can just go swing or just go home. Just go home. Go.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mark S. Merritt and Ms. Jennifer Lavenhar. That's awesome. And it's really amazing how Mark, doing those, you're flying blind, right? You're just trusting that they're hearing you and you're making something up. And Jen is listening and singing along. It still astonishes me. This modern age. Nice job, you guys. Thank you very much. Speaking of this modern age, who's speaking of it? I am. And I'm not a very modern guy, but I'm going to speak it anyway. There are many stories to be told, and some of the most amazing ones are going to be told tomorrow in Matthew Dick's storytelling workshop, the advanced version. There's still a few spaces left. You can register if you go to mopco.org/classes. You can order before midnight tonight and receive this free stick. Okay, there's also a Matthew Dix storytelling show tomorrow night for a whopping $5 admission. If you don't know who Matthew Dix is, he's an 87,000 time Moth Slam winner and multiple Grand Slam winner, who's also a best-selling novelist, and his creds just go. Huh? And yeah, that's right. And he's really an amazing guy, so it's worth the experience. We also have an Essentials, Improv Essentials is starting Monday night. You can learn about that at mopco.org/classes. And that's going to be taught by the man in front of the red curtain, Mr. Walt Patiki himself. That's right, folks. If you want to get a piece of that Walt magic, take that one. It's worth it. There's a bunch.
Mom? They said it.
Yeah, we said your name, Walt. That's right. Mrs. Patiki, he's a lovely boy. He's a lovely boy.
I did not pay him.
Okay, and a whole bunch of other stuff and more adding all the time in terms of classes. We're also developing new show formats. Stick with us. These are hard times. We know it, you know it, but we are determined to stick with you, make stuff up, and watch Peter try so hard to kill flies. Mm-hmm. All right, that takes care of that.
Hey, Michael?
Yeah?
Some of my friends, they were asking for gift ideas, and I was suggesting maybe a gift card. Do you know where they could get one?
You know, it just so happens that if you are eager to purchase a Mopco gift card, which is redeemable for classes, or it can just be a way to show what I mentioned about by supporting the arts, you can go to mopco.org and there's a big button that says buy a gift card to support the theater. And we'd be happy to do that. In fact, somebody much smarter than I am said, hey, why don't you guys have a tip jar? I don't know, but we're going to get one real soon. So you can just be able to tip us. That can happen. And, yep, that's the guy who did. There it is. There's the tip jar. There's Tip, the jar, right there.
Tell Tippy.
I hope that wasn't objectionable. What I just did there was kind of cue the actors that the last thing we're going to do tonight is objection. So if you guys are all ready, you just got your Juris Doctors, and I have just been appointed judge. Kat Coppett, can you let us know a non-controversial topic that is going to be debated in court, and I will determine whether an objection is sustained or overruled.
Yes, the topic is sunrise or sunset.
And who wants to begin? Raise your hand.
If I may.
Young Samuel Gorenstein, proceed.
Thank you. Sunrise. It's beautiful. Nora Jones sang a song about it. And can I just point out here? Up. I mean.
Yes, Jennifer.
Objection. David Mamet wrote a whole play about sundown.
Sustained.
It's called Le Bleu. It's very pretentious, this French name, and it's all about, the magical hour of dusk when the sky is blue and everybody's silhouetted. And
young Walter.
I object because the sun doesn't actually rise.
Sustained.
Thank you, because science, the sun actually revolves around Massachusetts.
Science is too political. I don't think we should get involved in politics.
I'm regretfully going to sustain that. I'll hear your argument.
I really think that we've become too polarized as a nation, and we should just stop talking about science, because clearly science is on the side of the Democrats.
Delakis.
Polarized sunglasses are the best.
Sustained.
They just prevent the glare. You know, you've got glare. It just comes off of wet surfaces when you drive.
Sam.
Objection.
3D glasses are the best.
Overruled. John. John Kimlico.
Yes, polar bears are fun.
Overruled. Going back to Sam because he had really cool glasses that I didn't see when I first said overruled.
Thank you. I should have introduced this into evidence earlier. I understand.
Objection.
Cat.
John Lennon.
Sustained.
Yeah, he had those round glasses, and for a while, whenever you saw them, that's who everybody knew you were talking about.
I object because I have my sexy librarian glasses.
Oh, sustained.
Thank you. You've been a bad boy, and your books are overdue.
Jen?
Next time I was there first.
Sustained.
Yeah, I always wear my glasses because it's supposed to make me look smart, you know. For
Objection.
Sustained.
I took.
I blew my cue. What is it, Kat?
Okay. I obviously was sustained. I put on my contacts so there wouldn't be glare on Zoom, because when you wear glasses.
Yes. Peter.
Objection. Counselor's contact with the judge is a clear conflict of interest.
Overruled.
And the contacts that we have are my contact lenses, which is just professionalism when you're using a Zoom camera.
I object because I'm not allowed to have contact with a lot of people because the court order.
Overruled.
I was sure that he was going to say contact because of COVID, but the court order thing was kind of interesting.
Objection. I actually wear the glare to feed everybody's narcissism.
Sustained?
Yeah, we are by nature narcissistic people. So you see.
30 seconds. Peter Delakis.
It's about me. I think this is about me.
Sustained.
Yeah, this is me.
Objection.
Yes, Kat
It's
Kave.
actually about me.
Sustained. 15 seconds.
Clearly, it's about me.
Sam
I'm
Dorothy.
the one. That
Objection. If we're going to feed anyone's narcissist system, we must feed the judge's narcissist system. It's about the judge.
Sustained.
Thank you. The judge. Look at the judge. The judge, everyone. The judge. I mean, can we talk about the judge? The judge.
I object because the movie where Hugh Grant clearly said it's about a boy.
Overruled.
As I was saying, the judge. I mean, you can't. I mean,
Sam,
the
you win.
judge.
Sam wins.
Thank you.
That's all it
the
is.
odds.
Yeah.
He does. Yes, he does. And that was just, that's right, Mark. Yeah, it is definitely right up there with the best of the crime procedurals. Oh, man, I flashed on that show again. We did a show one time. I won't say where, and I won't say for who, but we asked for genres, as we sometimes do for different games. And it was a holiday party, and it was already very depressing in this depressing little room for this little company with a bunch of depressed people. And we asked for genres, and they said, Law and Order. Okay, good. We got that. CSI. Okay. Yeah. What's that?
Law and Order SVU.
Yeah, Law and Order SVIU. NCIS. And I said, okay, folks, Peter, you were there.
Are you telling this story just to bring this show down too? Like,
so
I know. I want
Wait, you're stepping on the punchline.
Peter always steps on my punchlines. It's just what he lives for. So I said, folks, can we get something other than a crime procedural? That would be really great. And somebody said, House. It was a great
Which is
night.
a medical crime procedure.
Yeah, that's right. A medical procedural with exactly the same dramatic structure. Well, speaking of dramatic structure, you haven't seen any of that tonight, but you have seen us improvising for you. Because why? Because we love you. That's why. Walter, you're looking very studious. Peter, I love the heart shape. I want to know, because every time we do one of these shows, it's a learning experience. Kids, what have we learned? Kat, what have you learned tonight?
I've learned that the rest of the Eastern Temple is on its way.
Ah, yes. Yes. And Peter Delakis, I doubt you've learned anything, but I'm going to ask anyway because it's my job. Have you learned something tonight, Peter?
Oh, I learned about the groovy mid-century pirates on the SS Lucite.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. They were wonderful people. Walt, you and Arthur C. Clarke learn anything of interest this evening?
Why, yes. Books and the right glasses, and of course, attitude can make anybody sexy.
Wow. Samuel Gorenstein, how about your learning this evening?
I learned that if I try to make a title card for the Kitty Cappuccino show, I will not get it done in time, even if
Awesome.
I tried to make one.
You tried
Thank
really
you.
hard.
Thank you very much.
Mark, what do you think of that? What have you learned tonight?
I learned that pet seances are a thing.
They
Yeah.
are. In
Yeah,
fact.
they are. John Kimlico, how about you?
I learned that the 3 laws of robotics don't apply.
To
There
what?
you go. To what? Cat wants to know.
To improv.
Yeah. To improv.
That's right. We are allowed to do harm. No, not really. Not really. No. Jen Lavenhar, what have you learned this evening?
You know what I learned, and I think everybody will agree with me? I learned that Sam has a room of wondrous magical stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think
You have the best things in there.
it's called not cleaning out my drawers ever in any situation for years.
That room.
That's beautiful. And I myself learned that I can play around with the green screen thing and sort of like wink out. And I kind of wonder if some of you wonder if I'm actually real. Okay, so this has been a typical Friday night. Tomorrow night, you got to go to Eventbrite and get a ticket to hear Matthew Dix tell some amazing stories. We hope you do because he's awesome. We'll be back next week with the usual insanity. We all love you all. Thank you very much for being here. Take care. And I wonder, are we there yet, Mom?
Oh, we're still on YouTube.
We're still on YouTube.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Keep saying goodbye.
Oh, bye.